Welcome to the excitement of NXT. This arena brimming with enthusiasm, and we are ringside. Tony Dawson alongside William Regal and Mr. Regal. The atmosphere inside this building defies description.
It certainly does, yes. Every time we come into the NXT arena, it just gets better and better.
And his opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 197 pounds, Sami Zayn.
It's the debut of Sami Zayn. These are special nights on NXT where we see the best and the brightest identified. Sami Zayn joins the WWE Universe tonight at NXT. What are your expectations?
Sami Zayn comes to us with a great reputation from traveling around the world and being the best in wherever he was competing. So it's going to be great to see him here on NXT.
Virtually everyone in this building is excited about this matchup with the exception of his opponent. Sami Zayn's opponent, Kurt Hawkins, an established WWE veteran, feels that this matchup is beneath him, taking on a rookie. Those were Kurt Hawkins' words earlier. He calls himself the Prince of Queens, and he says that Sami Zayn does not belong in the same ring as the Prince of Queens.
Kurt Hawkins is obviously trying to reinvent himself. I'm not so sure about that haircut, but he's a great athlete, and he's a former World Tag Team Champion. We can't take anything away, but that's a little bit too much bravado saying he shouldn't be taken. He knows that Sami Zayn isn't a rookie.
Now, Sami Zayn, you mentioned traveling around the world.
Yes.
29 countries.
29.
According to
Not
Sami
going to beat
Zayn.
me, though, 44.
Wow.
Keep going, come on. Don't let me throw you off again tonight, Tony.
Well, Sami Zayn has paid his dues to get here. This is the destination in sports entertainment. WWE, famous the world over.
He's got a very, very, very popular international following, and he's earned it. This is why he's earned it, because he's got an incredible energy and just a fantastic, fantastic competitor.
Sami Zayn told me he wasn't nervous about this debut, but excited.
The beautiful deep arm drag takedowns there were just textbook, absolutely beautiful. You don't see too many competitors with us coming in the first night, especially on NXT, and just have this kind of confidence about them. But don't take Kurt Hawkins lightly. Kurt Hawkins knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh! Right on target to the temple. Is it enough? Hawkins, the Prince, for the victory. No!
That shows you what kind of a competitor Sami Zayn is to be able to kick out from that, because that was right in the ear hole. Goodness gracious.
How does that impact his balance?
It's depending how it hits him. I mean, it could have knocked off his equilibrium. We'll see.
Sami Zayn in a world of hurt right now. We are finding out about the resilience of Sami Zayn. This is the first opportunity to see Sami Zayn in NXT competition.
Sami Zayn's here to make a name for himself on NXT as fast as he possibly can. He's coming here with this great reputation, but reputations mean for nothing when you walk in the door here in NXT or into the WWE. You have to prove yourself all over again. And that's what Sami Zayn wants to do. Very intelligent young man as well. French-Canadian, but also speaks Arabic. His parents are from where?
Syria.
Syria.
Sami Zayn told us earlier, he's been training his whole life to get to WWE. And he wants to make an impact in WWE. When I was asking him about his debut, his focus was not only on excelling tonight, but making a great impression on the important people that will be watching. Look at this! Sami Zayn demonstrating all kinds of skills, end-to-end kick out at 2.5.
Something about Sami Zayn, when he walked, he just lights a room up. He just lights a room up. He's just got a great presence about him. Strength there of Kurt Hawkins.
And Hawkins glides in for the cover leg hook. Count to 2. Hawkins looks frustrated here, William. Perhaps...
Well, Kurt Hawkins obviously has a great pressure on him. He's realised that he can't take Sami Zayn lightly, and he's trying to reinvent himself here. We haven't seen too much of Kurt Hawkins in the last 12 months. But he's got to win now. He knows he's got to win to impress anybody here at NXT and the WWE.
reversal by Zayn. Sami Zayn! My goodness!
Goodness gracious.
Unreal! In to end it!
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn.
Well, a fantastic night here for Sami Zayn. I mean, he's for opening night here on NXT, and he just beats a former WWE Tag Team Champion, Curt Hawkins.
What a debut!
Exactly.
We will
That's
be
what I was trying to
talking
say.
about Sami Zayn for quite some time. This is extraordinary, William. We have to look at this again. This DDT.
Look at this here. Spinning into a beautiful DDT there. There was no way that Curt Hawkins could have kicked out of that. He just climbed the ropes like a cat. Incredible. What an opening night for Sami Zayn. Good for him.
NXT has found another superstar. The future is bright for Sami Zayn.
We're gonna get to know each other pretty well.
Tonight, Corey Graves looks to score a win in front of his filth parade as he takes on Bray Wyatt. Will the savior of misbehavior get a fair fight? We'll find out tonight as Corey Graves takes on the dangerous Bray Wyatt tonight on NXT.
I'll never forget my father's words. He said, we're all born to lose and destined to fail. And that was the day I got my first tattoo. And since then, 100 hours I spent having ink drilled into my flesh. But you see, these aren't just tattoos. They're a suit of armor. Everyday reminders that I'm untouchable, unstoppable, indestructible. And I will never fail. They call me Graves. I'm not here to make a mark. I'm here to leave a scar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Antonio Cesaro.
Der Commandant.
The former United States champion. We hadn't seen the beret here at NXT or the shades. What do you make of that appearance?
Well, Antonio Cesaro was in the Swiss Army, so he's entitled to wear the beret of the Swiss Army there.
Cesaro has compared himself to the famed Swiss Army knife invented in 1890 because Cesaro says he has all the versatility, all the tools to win whatever matchup he's put into.
There's a joke about a corkscrew there, but I'll leave it alone. Probably get fired.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 211 pounds, Yoshitatsu.
And I have to say, a wonderful guitar player. And he can pick a banjo like nobody's business. Have you seen him on the JBL and Cole show?
Extraordinary talent,
Unbelievable.
honed with the assistance of Chris Jericho, not only a famed WWE superstar, but an established musician. Yoshitatsu and the Yoshi Army got all the way to the finals of the JBL and Cole show Superstar Search. One-on-one competition here with Cesaro taking on Yoshitatsu. Tatsu with almost 250,000 Twitter followers. They refer to themselves as the Yoshi Army.
Cesaro's on a mission. He was obviously beat by Kofi Kingston for the United States Championship, and he feels like he's been disrespected. He's out to prove himself again. And there's actually, it's a tough, anytime you face Yoshitatsu, those kicks can come from anywhere, and a stinging, this hurts so badly. But it's a, I was about to say.
European uppercut.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And now setting
The
up for that God-style neutralizer.
Cesaro wasting no time. Good night, Yoshitatsu.
Here is your winner, Antonio Cesaro.
He's lean and he's mean and he doesn't work by the hour. He's as good as they come, Antonio Cesaro. And let me tell you, he beat me a few weeks ago in Switzerland. And believe me, he's fierce. Far better man than I ever was.
I don't always ask for a microphone, but if I do, I got something important to say. Is this the best competition you can get? I am Antonio Cesaro, and I put the W in WWE. There is nobody on Raw. There's nobody on SmackDown. There's nobody on Main Event. There's nobody on WWE Superstars. There's nobody on Saturday Morning Slam. And there's especially nobody here at NXT that can hold a candle to what I do in this ring. Und das, meine Freunde, ist die Wahrheit. Und wenn ihr das nicht haben könnt, dann sollt ihr dem Rundfunk einfach mal zugucken, wenn er arbeitet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on a second, whoa. Hey. I'm sorry. I know I just got here, but no competition?
No competition.
No competition on Raw, no competition on SmackDown, and no competition here in NXT. That's what you said, right?
You're a bright one. Yes, you can understand me when I speak.
Well, Antonio, first of all, I don't think these people agree with you, number one.
Who cares about them?
Number two, I think you've been looking too far for what's right in front of you. If you're looking for competition, Chayo, شو بدك تتقاتل? You speak a bunch of languages, right? Oh, I guess he doesn't speak Arabic. Sorry, let's change this here. Tu parles français, oui, alors tu vas comprendre qu'est-ce que je dis?
Ah, mais oui, je parle français, hein?
Okay, alors il comprend. All right. So maybe you'll understand this. If it's competition you're looking for, it's competition you're gonna get, homeboy.
Oh, come on, please, make my day, make my day.
We're going to have a matchup right here on NXT. Sami Zayn answering Antonio Cesaro's challenge. Right away.
You have to question, well, I have to question Sami Zayn's thought process here. I mean, he was in the back a minute ago, ready to cool down, take his boots off. He's accepted this challenge and come out, but what if he falls on his face here? And who's there anybody worse to pick on than Antonio Cesaro? If he fails here now, he's just killed all that credibility they made in his first match.
Tells you about the character of Zayn, that he's willing to come out here and put it on the line. Not
The
content.
good news is we may see one of the greatest one-on-one matchups we've ever seen on NXT. I mean, there's no... Oh, look at that beautiful
Shoulders
bridge.
up. Zayn and Cesaro, these two.
For the international fans that watch this show, which are in the millions.
Oh my goodness!
This is happening.
Unbelievable! Sami Zayn! Cesaro doesn't want any. This is a matchup. Sami Zayn, the newcomer, and Cesaro on NXT. Welcome back to NXT. Sami Zayn in the ring with Antonio Cesaro, trying to do the unthinkable, William. Win 2 matches on Sami Zayn's debut night here at NXT.
What an incredible night here on NXT. I mean, both of these men with incredible reputations. We know all about Antonio Cesaro. A lot of us who follow this industry know all about Sami Zayn, so this is fantastic.
Remarkable that each of these men have traveled a similar path to this place. Cesaro traveling the globe to hone his craft. Zayn did the same. Both men speak multiple languages, mirror images in some respects.
That's very true, Tony. But most people here in NXT don't know who Sami Zayn is. And if Sami Zayn can beat Antonio Cesaro...
Cesaro to end it.
Do you think
Shoulders
that
down and
everybody,
kick out at 2.
Do you think that everybody in the WWE higher up, in the upper echelons, aren't going to be looking at Sami Zayn? Of course they are.
The risk taken by Sami Zayn after a dramatic and emphatic performance, very, very effective in his debut victory over Curt Hawkins, then answering the challenge of Cesaro. What do you think about Sami Zayn's courage?
Incredible courage. But I wouldn't expect any less from someone who's traveled all around the world. Oh, goodness gracious me.
This is Cesaro to end it. What a debut. Anyway, no.
Sami
I thought
Zayn's
it was
taken an amazing risk to put his career and credibility on the line here by facing Antonio Cesaro, so you have to give him full credit.
Oh! Vicious. Clothesline. Zayn kicks out at 2.
The sound told the story of that better than we ever could. I mean, you can hear that thunderous whack at home and right across the sternum, just where Antonio Cesaro had jumped on his sternum with both feet, knocking the wind. And I say it all the time, but you knock the breath out of a competitor, that competitor becomes very weak very quickly.
Sami Zayn battling back to his feet. Look at Sami Zayn!
Heel kick right in the chin there, right in the button. Knocked the legs a little from under Antonio Cesaro.
Cesaro! Well defended by Zayn. Zayn stacks up Cesaro. Shoulders down. Kick out at 2. What would this mean? If Sami Zayn can pull off the unthinkable, what does this mean for him?
Can you imagine to beat 2 established WWE superstars on your opening night here on NXT? That's just, it's epic.
Risk rouses the imagination. Zayn climbing up high. Crossbody caught by Cesaro. Good night. No! The rookie kicks out.
The Swiss Superman living up to his name there. And rightly so.
Unbelievable. What is it going to take to beat Sami Zayn?
I don't know, but Sami Zayn, high crossbody off the top rope. Antonio Cesaro caught him in midair and turned it into a backbreaker. Brilliant.
Oh! That'll do it. Good night. But a great effort. No!
And the fight continues.
How is he
Sami
continuing
Zayn just
to kick
keeps
out?
kicking out. Unbelievable. Stinging little jabs there by Antonio Cesaro, using the point of his knuckles, not the actual full of his fist. They cause so much damage.
What a brawl this has been. Antonio Cesaro wanted competition. He asked, is this the best competition after he dispatched Yoshitatsu? He's gotten great competition from Sami Zayn here at NXT
Certainly
tonight.
has, yes. Yeah, let's not forget that Sami Zayn beat Kurt Hawkins, a former WWE Tag Team Champion. Earlier, I mean, literally 10, 15 minutes ago.
Look at the strength of Cesaro. Zayn escapes, stacks up Cesaro for the win. Oh my goodness! It's over! He did it! Sami Zayn did it! We will be talking about this debut for a long time.
Ole, ole, indeed.
Oh,
I mean, that's
no.
a World... Oh, I was going to say that's a World Cup winning night, but... Well, sometimes you have to pay for your actions.
Cesaro's animosity not spent as the former United States champion loads up the rookie for the neutralizer. This match is over. This is about spite.
Some will say this is classless. I say this is just retribution. Sometimes you have to dish it out to make a statement.
An extraordinary night for Sami Zayn.
But above all this, let's not take anything away. Sami Zayn has made history here tonight. He beat 2 established WWE superstars.
Antonio Cesaro lost the match, but inflicted pain on the newcomer, Sami Zayn. 2 wins in one night from Sami Zayn. Let's go backstage to our colleague, Renee Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time.
Don't worry, Renee. Here I am.
I don't actually have an interview scheduled with you.
But I'm ready, so.
I'm sorry. This is my interview. Why are you here?
It's okay, Amy. Don't be sorry.
Audrey Marie.
No, Alicia. It's okay. Don't worry.
No, my name is Audrey Marie.
Whoa. No need to shout at me. You're a little stressed out or something. Maybe you should just, I don't know. This always helps me. I know it looks hard, but you can try it.
Nobody likes your stupid dance.
Stupid? Well, that must be the new hipster word for totally cool, right?
I'm gonna tell you this once. Get out, or I'll take you out.
You want to take me out? Can we go eat? Because I'm like starving. I didn't even have lunch before.
You've got to be kidding me. Just leave. Just leave now.
Fine, suit yourself.
Oh my, you
Sorry,
got to be
Lisa.
kidding me.
is she?
Tonight, Corey Graves takes on Bray Wyatt. Wyatt has his sights set on the NXT Championship, but Graves stands in the way. It's Bray Wyatt face-to-face with Corey Graves tonight on NXT.
How far are you willing to go? Beyond these city walls, there lies another world. My world. A world that not many others get the opportunity to see. Because if you're not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, the snake will never lose sleep, worrying about the feeling of might and uprising of the beast contaminating the north. I am the Abaddon. I am the remover of veils, the angel of the dirt. I am the eater of worlds. My name is Bray Wyatt. What you gonna do? Run.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars, but they are not invincible. When they step into that ring, they take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Hackensack, New Jersey, weighing 200 pounds, Enzo Amore.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud. And when I look up and down this NXT roster, I see nothing but a bunch of fake tough guys. What I like to call a fugazi. See, everybody's real until a real situation shows up. See, everybody's a G until a G walks in a room.
Big words from the rookie, Enzo Amore.
Goodness.
Bada boom! Realest guy in the room.
It's one of DDP's love child.
And his opponent from Cardiff, Wales, weighing 289 pounds, Mason Ryan.
The Welsh wizard, Mason Ryan. I mean, what a specimen. Unbelievable.
When Enzo Amore was talking about fake tough guys on the roster, he could not have been referring to Mason Ryan, who is...
Mason Ryan has the kind of physique that beats a lot of people before the bell goes. I mean, you just look at him and it makes you scared. And a fighting man as well. And don't take Mason Ryan lightly. Mason Ryan is a fighter. He grown up in a very tough area in North Wales. Fighting, I mean, just... all his family were miners. Oh, goodness, look at the way he just tosses old, what's his name,
Enzo Amore,
Enzo.
just slung through the air like a rag doll.
Oh.
Clearly the tail of the tape favors Mason Ryan. Oh my goodness!
Mason Ryan coming from a great line of Welsh competitors. The great Adrian Street, the exotic Adrian Street, and Tony Charles, the great El Bandito, Orig Williams. Hopefully we see great things from Mason Ryan because he's got everything you could possibly want. Incredible tools and just a superstar presence.
Enzo Amore is
So
getting
strong
tossed
and
around
powerful.
like a car dummy. A crash dummy getting bounced around at 20 by 20. The sounds of these collisions, William, are extraordinary.
Yes, they are. Makes me glad that I'm semi-retired.
Oh! Mason Ryan floats in for the cover. It's over.
Here is your winner, Mason Ryan.
Mason Ryan turned the torture rack into you know, a neck breaker there. I mean, very innovative. Is that the word, innovative? Help me out here, Tony. My teeth are going.
Innovative is the
one.
word.
There we go.
Bada boom was what Enzo Amore said on his way to the ring. I don't know that Enzo Amore
is that Italian for
anything to
scrape
say.
me up off the canvas? I don't know. What is it? What's it mean?
I have no idea.
He was talking about fugazis before. That's what we in England called a moody, and he's
the certified G is in certifiable pain thanks to Mason Ryan. Dominant effort from the Welsh Wonder.
I don't care.
Straight ahead, Corey Graves stands in the way of Bray Wyatt's path to the NXT Championship. Will the savior of misbehavior find a fair fight against the new face of fear? It's Graves and Wyatt next on NXT. Next week on NXT, Executive Vice President Stephanie McMahon has an historic announcement that's sure to have the NXT universe buzzing. What will Stephanie McMahon's groundbreaking news be? Find out next week. And not only do we have an historic announcement, but also a huge #1 contender battle royal. The winner gets a shot at Big E Langston's NXT Championship. Who's it gonna be? Find out next week on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 209 pounds, Corey Graves.
Calling himself the patron saint of bad decisions now, Corey Graves is no stranger to the NXT fans. The signs that greet him all indicating that the following of Corey Graves is strong.
the filth and the fury.
The filth parade led by a man who has called himself at other times, called himself the savior of misbehavior. A bad boy bent on making a scar, not leaving a mark, and to stay down on the knuckles. An intense glare from Corey Graves, coming to the ring focused.
And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing 295 pounds, Bray Wyatt.
And escorted to the ring by the tag team champions of NXT, the Wyatt family. The era of Wyatt has taken shape here with Bray Wyatt talking about wanting his family to take over NXT with the tag team title already in their possession. Wyatt has declared his intention to claim the NXT championship, currently held, of course, by Big E Langston.
There's no reason that you can't believe it. I mean, you just look at the Wyatt family and you can see that they can dominate NXT if they so wish. And that's my belief anyway.
There is a madness when you stare into the eyes of Bray Wyatt, an intense stare that pounds back.
What's the definition between some people who are mad and some people who are considered genius? I mean, you don't know what's going on in their mind. Very thin line.
Bray Wyatt has been able to turn Rowan and Harper into subservient followers, effective enough to claim tag team gold here. And Bray Wyatt competes tonight despite a broken nose suffered at the hands of Chris Jericho, six-time world champion.
Broken nose isn't going to make any effect on the viciousness of Bray Wyatt. It's just not going to happen. I mean, he has to wear that just for... I think he's just wearing that just to intimidate his opponent a little more, to be honest with you. Make him look even more weird. And I have to say it, being an old villain, I'd be using it to headbutt my opponent with. I wouldn't be able to help myself.
It becomes a weapon for someone in Bray Wyatt that is at no shortage of weapons in the ring. He is respected in the locker room for his in-ring acumen, in addition to all the madness, as it's referred to.
Is it respect or is it fear? Sometimes, you know, it's far better to be feared than respected.
Certainly there is no ignoring Bray Wyatt. Drop toe hold. The quickness of Corey Graves there.
Let's just remember who he's facing here, though, Corey Graves. Corey Graves isn't frightened of pulling out any trick he has to beat somebody. So that's what I like about Corey Graves.
Ooh.
He's got that 68 boot boy attitude about him, and I really like it. He's just a thug. That's what he is.
Corey Graves thinks of himself as a rebel with a cause. It's a cause that has found a strong following in social networking. On Twitter, Corey Graves has a very strong following.
But look how Corey Graves held on to that front face lock there. Didn't lose it for a second.
The Wyatt family peering on from the apron area. Rowan and Harper. Graves said he was not concerned about their presence in this one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, he has to be concerned. I mean, I think that's just a little bravado talking there. We lost the face mask. Now,
face mask is off.
Now, I'm just going to offer an opinion here. I can't help it being an all competitive. If I was Corey Graves there, I would have drove my knee, my elbow, my head, my fist, anything straight into Bray Wyatt's nose just to throw him off his game. Because when your nose gets smashed, your eyes start running, and you're unaware of your surroundings. He could have took an advantage there. And he needs an advantage with having the family on the outside.
Wyatt has seized this opportunity to put the mask back on. It certainly affects his vision, although when I asked him that question, he said, "Away from me, journalist man. I tire of your questions."
Yeah, I tire of your questions as well, some of them ones you ask me sometimes. Ooh! Now that could be a difference maker if that's hitting right in the bridge of the nose.
Graves! Look at this move by
Yes.
Corey Graves! Has to break the hold before 5. Graves, creative offense there.
There's an assisted figure 4 of the head there using the ropes.
Oh, crossbody!
Gracious me.
What a vicious strike! Crossbody with full force. Can Bray Wyatt close out Corey Graves here on NXT? Welcome back to NXT. Bray Wyatt in control. We are seeing a second gear from Bray Wyatt. William, can you put into perspective what that means?
Well, that's a great thing about Bray Wyatt. Let's just see the jeopardy at the moment that Corey Graves is in. As we saw before the break, Bray Wyatt has a second gear that most people of 300 pounds plus don't have. That's what makes him so dangerous. He can kick into this other gear at any one time, and you just don't know where he's coming from. Look at the way he doesn't drop an elbow, he throws an elbow.
Wyatt using his full frame, 300 pounds of force coming down on Corey Graves, who is in a vulnerable spot.
And we have a method to the madness here. We have the bigger man has grounded his smaller adversary, his smaller, faster adversary. And that shows you the kind of limitless skills that Bray Wyatt seems to have. For a large man, for a big, powerful man, he can move so deceptively fast. Cat-like even at times.
Bray Wyatt was described by one competitor as a unique combination of power and speed. Oh! Up, over, and out, coming up empty. Savvy shown there by Corey Graves to avoid the offensive attack. Sliding in.
Taking a chance. Ah, goodness. Those steel steps don't like Corey Graves at all, do they?
Unforgiving.
Goodness. You see, Corey Graves did what he had to do there. He took a chance. It didn't pay off, unfortunately. But you have to take a chance when you're in there with somebody of Bray Wyatt's caliber.
Savage beating with the right boot. Bray Wyatt in complete command.
That seems to be Bray Wyatt's complete
Bray Wyatt
MO.
for the cover to end it.
His whole MO in life is to be in complete command. But one thing we won't see from Corey Graves is for him to give up. He just keeps fighting. That's what Corey Graves does. He's got that ability that he doesn't care. I don't know if anybody remembers this from not too long ago, but he took the Shield on his own. I mean, we don't expect him to win, and nor did he, but he was quite happy to stand there and trade it with each one of them. And he's not frightened of coming out here. Most people wouldn't want to come out here on their own against, knowing that the family were out here. But he's here and he's fighting.
Oh! Suffocating collision. Bray Wyatt, what is keeping Corey Graves up? Look at this! Graves stacked him up! Graves for the victory!
Sheer determination.
The mask came loose again. Wyatt is vulnerable, crossbody. This is a dangerous moment for Bray Wyatt.
Corey Graves, he wants to get away from that rope quick. Don't let the family get a hold of him. The referee can only see so much.
Both of these men battling from deep within.
Punch him in the face, punch him in the nose, try and water his eyes, something.
Corey Graves
just
showing all kinds of toughness. Look at Graves targeting the nose with the mask gone. This is...
And the knee right to the nose. Go on, Corey, lad. There's one thing about Corey Graves, he'll always get stuck in. No holding back, he'll give it everything he's got.
Graves has totally turned the tide. What a night for Corey Graves. With all eyes on him in the main event.
Taking out the knee of Bray Wyatt. So this is where Corey Graves is in his element. It's a brilliant move because he's a submission specialist and he tries to set up his Lucky 13 submission on the leg. And
now the family's coming on. Graves with another takedown. Can he set up Lucky 13? Graves submission. Maneuver.
Yes, he's got it on.
Lucky 13.
And it's locked in. It's locked in.
Oh, but Harper comes in to spoil it.
Like I said before, the referee's only got one set of eyes.
The Wyatt family doing their best to keep the leader, Bray Wyatt, in this match. Bray Wyatt! This one is over.
Here is your winner, Bray Wyatt.
It took a family reunion to beat Corey Graves, but the family have done it. I mean, but you can't take anything away from Corey Graves. He gave it everything that he possibly had. And let's face facts. If it wasn't for the family, he would have won then, because he had that Lucky 13 leg submission locked in on a very injured knee of Bray Wyatt. There was no getting out of that submission then.
Corey Graves had to battle all three members of the Wyatt family. Now here comes Cassius Ohno. Ohno into the ring, evening up the numbers. Cassius Ohno was attacked by the Wyatt family, and now Ohno wants retribution. Cassius Ohno. Oh,
the odds
no.
are still with the Wyatt family, though.
The numeric advantage. The savage Wyatt family inflicting pain and harm, and now
This
Ohno
could get nasty very quickly.
is in desperate trouble. Go!
See this? This is what happens.
As they say, a picture paints 1,000 words. There's no words that we can say can do that scene any justice.
The Wyatt family made a statement. An evil presence came into the ring and dispatched Corey Graves and then Cassius Ohno. A haunting night here at NXT.